Brought to you by Penguin.
The Turn of the Screw by Henry James. Read by Tuppence Middleton.
If you're coming to this Penguin classic for the first time, then we'd recommend that you skip the introduction for now and return to it later, as it contains details of the plot. Please skip forward to Chapter 1 now, if you'd rather not listen to the introduction yet.
Introduction by David Bromwich. The Turn of the Screw holds a unique place in the canon of Henry James's fiction. Alongside Daisy Miller, published in 1878, and The Portrait of a Lady, published in 1881, it has proved the most lastingly popular of his works. Yet the prose is that of James's intricate later style, and the narration has the quality of a controlled experiment. The story turns on a question that belongs to metaphysics and morals. To what extent can our knowledge of reality be separated from the psychology of the person we rely on for a faithful description? To complicate the question, the story is offered at two removes, in the manner of historical novels like Walter Scott's or personal narratives like Robinson Crusoe, published in 1719. It comes to us as a secret, long concealed but confided to a male acquaintance of the narrator's some 40 years earlier. He, in turn, reads it aloud to a group of friends the night after Christmas. As for the narrator herself, she is never named and sparsely characterized, and recedes behind the words of her story. We learn that she was the youngest daughter of a country parson, that she felt a strong attachment to the man 10 years her junior to whom she confided the manuscript, that she had been carried away by her immediate feeling for the master of the house that held the secret, the uncle and guardian of the children at Bly after their parents died in India. The master took the connection more coolly. He hired her to attend to their upbringing, thanked her with the press of the hand, and told her never to trouble him with any aspect of her work. The broad outlines of the story are easily told. The boy who has been placed in her charge, Miles, turns out to have been dismissed from his school, for reasons never explained in the curt letter from the headmaster. Having experienced earlier premonitions, she sees ghosts about the house soon after the boy's return, comes to believe that the children are in danger from them, and makes it her mission to purge the place and free the children. The ghosts have identities. They are the returning form of Peter Quint, the master's valet at Bly, a man of considerable charm, but brutal and unsteady habits, who died a violent death in obscure circumstances, and of Miss Jessel, the previous governess, who suffered a sexual liaison with Quint and died soon after from unknown causes. The governess learns the identity of Quint after she sees a spectral figure on a tower of the house. It is the housekeeper, Mrs. Gross, who judges this figure to fit exactly the description of Quint. The governess is able to supply details of his appearance she could not have known by other means. The details and identification of Miss Jessel come later, and are vaguer but are equally beyond her capacity to have learned through normal channels. Meanwhile, the job of the governess is to take care of the children, Miles and Flora. But the sometimes unaccountable movements of the children about the house and estate, and their occasional intractability, arouse her suspicion that the ghosts are coming to exert a control over them greater than her own. This inference she soon elaborates into a theory about the moral influence of the ghosts. The governess comes to think that the purpose for which they have returned to Bly is to lure the children into hell and share its torments. Such a hypothesis runs perversely contrary to her own descriptions of the children as innocent and beautiful beings made to be loved. But the denial by both children of any awareness of non-natural presences, a denial at first tacit and later overt, by both Flora and Miles, crystallizes the fears of the governess. She instructs Mrs. Gross to take Flora away from Bly, so that, alone in the house with Miles, she can wrest from him a confession of the reality of his contact with the ghost of Peter Quint. Miles says that he does not know what she means. She presses him about his expulsion from school, and concerning the cause of his discharge, Miles now gives a natural, though disturbing, account. In the story's final scene, the governess is terrified to see Quint yet again, and she resolves to fight the ghost for the possession.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?